go. There's Aaron, his granddaddy. Granddaddy to me is Thomas Aaron Crawley. This is probably around 1979. There's my Aunt Judy Robinson Crawley. This was at the house of Tommy and Lita Crawley over in Charleston, Tennessee. There's Krista Lynn Crawley, Cobb. This must have been around Christmas if we have that wife thing. There's the piano. And there is Lane Edward Crawley. That is me. Actually, I look like I'm 5 or 6 years old. This may have been early 80s, 80, maybe 182. This is a telescope that I once had. This is John Walter Robinson, third, I believe. This was in the picture of the baby earlier, Aaron Robinson's father. And this is my dad. This picture is unclear, but this is Thomas Edward Crawley. And he liked this hat, I remember. There's Chris. One of these pictures were just out of focus. And there's your Christmas tree. And there's Lita. Here's is Bertha, stepmother to my mother, and her two brothers, Gary and Frank Wright. That was at their outhouse. There's me, Lane Crawley. And next to me here is going to be Gary Wright, who is brother to Lita Millsap. Right, Lita Wright Millsap. There's Gary. As long as I can remember, you always had that mustache. There. There's Chris. There's my Aunt Sandy. Sandy Wright. And it's probably my cousin Cheney Wright. Because Myra would have been closer to my age. There's Chris holding Cheney. There's Lita Wright Crawley. And her dad, Sanford Wright, with, I presume, Cheney. Shane Wright. And there's me. I don't remember him as often being particularly affectionate. This is different to see him in this way. And this is James Edward Wright, also known as Jim Ed to us now. And I believe this was on their property. Oh, I'm going to mess this up. I want to say in Harriman. Oh, not Harriman. It's over in Rome County area. There's Yolanda, his sister, and my cousin. Their parents are Betty and Franklin Wright. Betty's maiden name is Betty Handy. And Chris is going to take us on a game of, I don't know, maybe limbo here, almost. And we'll get bored and chase some cows now. I presume this was out at the Cleveland airport. My dad knew how to fly small planes. And I apologize for the lower part of the screen. I don't know if Dad was flying that plane. That was my daddy's motorcycle. I think it was a CB 900F. And there it is right there. A little bit unclear. There you go. Oh, 8900F. Or no, CB. Must have been brand new. And there's Chris going off on our Honda 73-wheeler at our old house, which you saw earlier in this film. We had a number of trails up in here to these woods. This must have been an early time for us owning these, because this was a very basic trail. We went up and turned around and came back down. The trails eventually got more intricate. And the camera at the time was not terribly focused, but it's enough that we can tell that that's me. I haven't been able to tell what's on these shirts. Pretty good close up there. This with some potato chips. I guess that was an old golden lab we used to have, puppy we had for a pet. think we named her Candy. And she disappeared after we had her for a little while. Someone probably stole her. Los Angeles Dodgers. That must have been from Grandma. She liked the Dodgers.